All right, everybody, happy autumn here in the Northern Hemisphere. So I'm always excited to come back and every year talk about my favorite essential oils to thrive through fall. So for those who are listening to the recording, if you're not familiar with me, my name is Allie Phillips and my business is Manifested Harmony, where I'm not only certified in 6 or 7 energy healing modalities, but I am also an attorney. So I am multi-careered and I love my essential oils. They keep me going. And so the information I'm going to talk about today is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure or prevent any disease. These are going to be recommendations based on 8.5 years of my product usage of essential oils and what has really helped me through all the various things that can happen in the fall. So, as I'm going, if you have questions, feel free to pop those in the chat. So when I look at fall, it is really the best time of the year to continue all the immune boosting we did in the summer. So summer is the time that we naturally boost our immune system because we're more active, we're outside, we are in the sun, we're getting natural vitamin D. And so this is a time that we really want to continue that, because as we go into the colder months, especially where I live in Michigan, we definitely enjoy all 4 seasons. So it's really important to continue boosting your immune system. And even if you live in a warmer climate, I can tell you, those of us up here, the snowbirds, we're coming to you. So this is just always a good practice this time of year to continue boosting your immune system. And it's a good time to really cleanse your lungs. So having a breath practice where just a few times a day, you just stop the busyness and breathe in very deeply. You can use essential oils to cleanse your lungs, especially grief stores in the lungs, but just stepping outside and just taking some deep breaths is very cleansing to the lungs. But fall is also a time of harvest, and energetically, it's us harvesting the seeds that we planted in the spring and that we nurtured through the summer. And this is something that I talk about in a membership group I have called the Sacred Shift, where all year we have been going through, what are the natural times to do certain things so that we're working smarter, not harder. And so this is not the time to plant and grow when you're in fall. So what does that really mean? So, whatever you're doing, if you have your own business, if you're goal setting, does it mean that you just stop and do nothing? No. That's not what that means. It just means that you just stop pushing. Because when you think about plants that grow, you plant the seed and it literally pushes through the ground in the spring and the summer. We're done with the push. We are now in harvest. So this is not a season of hustle and pushing, because that's all just resistance energy. So what this really is it's an energy of gathering your energy, of pulling it all in. And it's really focusing and going inward and goal setting and going with the flow and receiving. That's what harvest is. It's a receptive energy. It's also about, being with family and being with friends and those quiet moments where you can, sit with a cup of hot chocolate or, mulled cider and a blanket and a good book and sit outside and, the cool, crisp weather and just be a part of nature. And it's also a time of year when it's really the best time to declutter, because the fall season is about letting go. It's about letting go of things so that we can make room for the new in the new year. And I mean, I'm talking physical decluttering, like getting rid of stuff, but it's also decluttering your emotions and your mindset and your beliefs. Like, what are old things that you're hanging on to that you need to let go so that you can make room for new? Because all of this gets around to just working smarter and not harder. And so it's giving yourself the downtime to listen to your thoughts and get clarity, because while it may sound counterintuitive, and it's been a real lesson for me, you can achieve more by doing less, as long as you understand this flow. And fall is also, last but not least, it's also a good time to be cooking with foods that really appreciate the fall harvest. Cooking with more grains and legumes and beans, whole wheat or whole grains like quinoa and buckwheat and lentils, making soups and stews and using more herbs and spices. You can use essential oils as replacements for those herbs and spices. Using more root vegetables like carrots, ginger, parsnips, squash, onions, apples, things like that. So fall has so many opportunities in it, but it really is a time that we gather and we really focus our energy. So now that I've kind of laid that groundwork, let's start talking about essential oils. Now, I'm going to talk about Young Living essential oils. And these are not the oils that you're going to find in your local store. And these are not the oils that you're going to buy on Amazon. These are oils that you can use in all different ways. You can smell them, you can ingest them, you can topically apply them. You can use them with your kids, you can use them with your pets, you can use them with the elderly. You can use them for physical support. So I'm going to talk about oils that can really help support certain body systems as we are now in this fall season. I'm going to talk about oils for emotional support, because these oils are safe for your brain when you smell them. I'm also going to talk about oils for mental support, topically applying oils on your brain, on your head, and diffusing them so that you have good mental focus. And then I'm going to talk about oils for spiritual support, because we are in this time of decluttering emotional issues, old beliefs, and to help us live with peace, because we're getting ready to move into winter where we are more isolated and contained, and we are in the energy of hibernating. And so having this practice in place will be very, very beneficial. And so I'm going to talk about these Young Living products because I've been using them for almost 9 years, and I can absolutely attest that my immune system is so much stronger, and my overall wellness has dramatically gotten better from when I first started. So I'm going to give you a lot of ideas of how to use them, especially in this season. And there's going to be a lot of options because everybody needs something different. What I need may be different than what you need. And so I would just recommend pick one or two and give them a try. And when I say give them a try them for a month and see how you feel. And with some of these, because it is boosting your immune system or your respiratory system, you may not necessarily feel anything. And so I would recommend continuing them until we are well out of winter. So, we're at a very odd time in our history where it's so important that we do everything that we can to be well. So let's dive in. And if you have questions, feel free to type them in the chat. All right, immune support, that's number one. Number one as we head into fall, because that's what we've been doing all summer, is boosting our immune system, whether you realize you were doing it or not. That's what summer is there for. Now, I'm going to kind of break down each category according to oils that were in the starter kit, and then additional products that you may need to get, because most people have those foundational oils in the starter kit. So number one, the Thieves Vitality Oil. Now, before I talk about Thieves, just know that the Vitality oils with the white label are the same oil as the oil in the colored label. So Thieves with the brown label is the same as Thieves Vitality in the white label. They're just labeled differently based on use. And the Vitality oils are meant to be ingested, but you can also diffuse them and you can topically apply them. So I have always recommended to people, get 1 drop of Thieves oil at a minimum on your body or in your body every day. Every day. And I've been recommending that for almost 9 years. And it is really important now because this is one of your top immune support oils. And even if you think, well, you know what, I just don't get sick. Well, look at the world that we live in. Nobody needs to be taking a chance. So do everything that you can to strengthen your immune system. So 1 drop on the body or in the body. So you can put it in a capsule. You can drop it on your tongue. You can put it in water. I like to make coffee creamer with Thieves oil. It tastes really good. You can topically apply it on the bottom of your feet at night when you go to bed. So that's probably the biggest one, is getting Thieves in your body. Ningxia Red is also very important. This is Young Living's high antioxidant drink because it is packed with antioxidants. Antioxidants go after free radicals because free radicals in our body are the scourge of well-being. They go after well-being. They don't want you to be well. And so we need those antioxidants to basically eat up those free radicals and go after them. So Ningxia Red supports all 12 body systems, all 12. I've been doing a body system series all year, and it's the #1 product I recommend because it does everything. It helps with normal cellular function and eye health, and it's low glycemic energy all day long. You know, you're not going to be grabbing caffeinated drinks, and it helps neutralize oxidative stress, and that's what ages us prematurely. So it's an amazing daily supplement. Even my cats get it. Okay, so this is a very important one to help you through the winter and the fall. But also, and I would say this, it can be in lieu of Thieves oil, is to take Inner Defense. And that's what I do. Inner Defense is a capsule that has the Thieves blend of cinnamon, clove, rosemary, lemon, and eucalyptus, but it also has oregano and thyme in it, which are powerful immune system oils that, oh my gosh, they do so many amazing things. But this capsule actually attacks yeast and fungus in the body and creates a really unfriendly environment for it so that you can stay well. And it supports the respiratory and the immune system. So whenever people ask me, you know, hey, what is the one thing that I can do? That's it, Inner Defense. If you had to pick one thing, that's it. If you could pick 2 things, Inner Defense and Ningxia Red. Those are the big ones. But you can also, you know, if the immune system is kind of a hot spot for you, look at ImmuPro. It's a chewable. It has zinc in it. Zinc is very, very important for the immune system. It has like 3 different types of mushroom powder in it. It has the wolfberry, which is the high antioxidant. It has orange oil in it, which helps with glutathione production in the body, which is antiviral. And it's got a little bit of melatonin. So if you take this chewable right before bedtime, it helps with natural sleep. So that is also a good one to look at. The KidSense Mighty Pro. This to me is like eating a pixie stick. It's a powder. You just put it in your mouth. It tastes really yummy. It was made for kids, but I'll tell you, the adults are loving it. I love it because this is a pre and probiotic. Prebiotic is the food that the probiotics eat. So you're getting 2 for the price of 1. And when you take this, it has 8 billion active live cultures that within 12 hours expand to 35 billion. And that's because of the prebiotics. It will expand. So this has a probiotic culture in it called Lactobacillus plantarum that helps if you suffer from bloating. So the Mighty Pro is amazing for that. And this is really important for the immune system because the immune system begins in the gut. And then Laurus nobilis. A lot of people are curious about this oil. It's bay leaf. It's bay leaf. You may cook with bay leaf. But Laurus nobilis is an incredibly powerful antioxidant and immune support oil. So if it is often out of stock, and when it comes in stock, it sells out like that. And it's because of its immune support power. So when you see it come in stock, you might want to grab yourself a bottle. It comes as a vitality oil, so it's amazing to just put in a capsule and ingest it. Now, you should also be looking at getting good solid levels of vitamin Bs, all 9 of them, your vitamin C and your vitamin D. Now, all the Bs are helping with cellular health, energy, red blood cell production, but also supporting your immune system. And Bs have to be replenished daily in the body because we don't store them. So Super B is amazing. It has all the B vitamins plus nutmeg oil. And the one thing that I have learned about supplements is that most on the market are not absorbed by the body. Doesn't matter how expensive it is or the high quality that it is or what they say on the label. There's so many fillers, and then the actual product itself needs to be bioavailable, which means it is absorbable in the body. And most supplements are not. What I learned, because I had this issue, is when I take a supplement that has an essential oil in it, I absorb. Because the essential oil goes into the cell, and everything that is affiliated with that essential oil goes with it, like the vitamin Bs. So Super B has nutmeg oil, which your adrenals will love. It's really, really good for the adrenals. And Super B, all of the B vitamins in it are bioavailable for the best absorption. So you're going to have really good, healthy energy levels. It's going to support your mood. It has chelated minerals like magnesium, manganese, selenium, and zinc. And chelated is important because it means that it's bound to an amino acid to boost absorption. So chelated minerals are important. So we need magnesium. It's anti-inflammatory. We need it for every body function. We need manganese. It's good for our bones, and it's anti-inflammatory. It's good for the brain and the nervous system. We need selenium. Selenium is a powerful immune support mineral. And zinc. Our genes require zinc, and it's great for immune support. So Super B is an amazing supplement, and if you had to pick one, I would say that would be it. But we have Super C, which has very high C levels with bioflavonoids in it and oils for absorption that help with immune function and circulatory function. You know, we cannot manufacture vitamin C, so we have to ingest it. We have to take it in. Now, this also has zinc and manganese. It has potassium. It is packed with citrus oils. It's a chewable. So, you know, I know for me, I don't like to take a lot of capsules. I have a limit of how many I'm going to take a day. So when I can get a chewable, I'm super happy. It does come in a tablet, but I like the chewable. So, vitamin C is important to repair all of the tissues, including your lungs, and for proper immune function. And then vitamin D, whoa, this is a big one. And there's been a lot of studies recently about what vitamin D does for proper immune function and being resistant to disease, as well as just boosting our mood for happiness. This particular product has melissa and lime oil in it. So again, we're getting some very powerful oils in our system to help the vitamin D3 attach and absorb. All right, so those are my recommendations for immune support. I mean, there's a lot more out there, but these are the ones that I love. So let's go to the next category. So, for those of you who have been to my house, you know that I have a yard. I live on a hill and I have a lot of trees. So I'm going to be doing a lot of leaf raking and a lot of yard cleanup and chopping down perennials and all sorts of things. I put my Pan Away blend on before I even head outside because I'm going to be feeling it. My muscles are not going to be happy when I do that work, because that peppermint and wintergreen combination in Pan Away is amazing. I mean, there's so much research on it of how it is a painkiller, but it is amazing for your muscles when you overdo them. So put it on before, put it on after. Now, I also like Deep Relief. So Deep Relief comes in a roll-on and it adds in copaiba, which is amazing if you really overdo it, if you get injured, if you're having any sort of injury response in the body. It also has helichrysum. And I remember back at a training I was at, and I was taught helichrysum equals healing. They both have an H, and that's how I remember it. So Deep Relief is also a really good one, and it goes into the joints. So it can help with that. But I like to be proactive, and Agiles is a really good capsule that is specifically labeled to help with inflammation of the joints. It is specifically labeled to help with arthritis. So it helps you with better mobility. It is packed with joint health oils to protect joint and cartilage health. If you have trouble, I actually demonstrate this in like when I go to my networking group and I talk about products, I demonstrate this where I will squat down and stand back up. And I'm like, that's Agiles. That's Agiles, because at my age, I should not be doing that. I should not be doing the yoga positions that I can do. That's Agiles. Agiles allows me to take care of my yard in the fall. So it's a really, really good proactive product to be on. And then if you just really overdo it, the Cool Azul Pain Relief Cream is amazing. It actually has an over-the-counter drug label on it. And it is specifically labeled as a pain cream because the peppermint and wintergreen combination, when they come together, they are a painkiller. They are a painkiller. And it feels great. When you put it on, it's all cool and tingly. So if you're out doing yard work, anything that is causing muscle exertion that is a little unusual, that's what you want to try those and see what works for you. All right, now we're going into seasonal changes. So we're moving here in where I'm at in Michigan from, a summer that was kind of all over the board. It was cool and rainy, and then it was hot and sunny, and it was really hot, and now we're cooling down, and then we're going to head to winter. These seasonal changes can really wreak havoc on your sinuses, on your breathing, and there's a couple of things that I really like. I like the combination of lavender, lemon, and peppermint together. It just feels good during seasonal changes. There's so many different ways to use this trio, and I use it in equal amounts. You can put it in your diffuser, and it will help you. So it's great at nighttime if you just want to kind of keep the airwaves open. You can put them in water and drink them. You can put a drop of each on your tongue. You can topically apply them. That's what I like to do, is topically apply them. I like to put a drop of each in my palm, and I will take a Q-tip and I will put it in the mixture and swab my nasal passage. That's a really good one to do, and do it proactively. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this combination. Ningxia Red is also great for seasonal changes, especially, I just checked our, twice a year we do our daylight savings. We do it one time in the spring where we spring forward an hour, and then in the fall we fall back an hour. Well, it's going to happen on November 7th. We're going to fall back an hour. So it's going to be darker. It's going to be lighter in the morning, and in the evening, it'll get dark around 4:30 in the afternoon. Ningxia Red helps with that. Absolutely helps when we are struggling with those changes. So keep that in mind. And then the thieves cough drop. Sometimes when we're out raking leaves, or we're out enjoying the fall weather and all the leaves are falling, and we get a little tickle in our throat. The thieves cough drops. This is something that I always have on hand. I keep it in my purse. I never know when I'm going to get it, tickle in my throat. But you're also getting your daily intake of thieves, because remember I said get thieves on your body or in your body once a day, and that's an easy way to do it. All right, let's go to breathing well. This is really important as we move through fall and go into winter, and just given the world that we live in right now, we want to have good, healthy breathing. And at the beginning, I mentioned that this is a really good season to just go outside and take a really deep breath, like, have a breath practice. Like, I just go outside a couple times a day and I breathe in as deeply as I can. Like for 10 seconds, I'm breathing in until I can't feel my lungs up anymore. And then I blow the air out. Well, you can also do that with oils by putting a drop in your hand. Putting a drop in your hand and just as deeply as you can get it into your lungs, because you want to get it into the lower lungs, and you're also strengthening your lungs. It's like going to the gym. The more you lift the weights, the stronger you get. We tend to breathe very shallow, short and shallow. And this is good to strengthen your lungs. It's something with the world that we live in that I would really recommend doing proactively, even if you just do it first thing in the morning to energize yourself, or do it during the day if you're stressed out, or do it at the end of the night to calm down. You can pick whatever oil you want to energize, to focus, to calm down, and strengthen your lungs. But the oils that I really love for breathing are Raven. So Raven is a blend that has camphor, lemon, wintergreen, peppermint, and eucalyptus radiata. And peppermint is also good. You can just breathe in peppermint. They are so cleansing and restorative to the lungs. Those two are amazing, and they come in the starter kit if that's what you have. Now, going outside the starter kit, I love the Breathe Again roll-on. Oh my gosh, that is a daily oil that I use every night before I go to bed. I roll it on my chest because I want to keep my airwaves open at night. That actually has 4 different types of eucalyptus in it. It is the one product that has the most eucalyptus, because eucalyptus opens the airways. I mean, whether it's physically or energetically, it opens so that you can take that really deep breath, get in there and cleanse out the cobwebs in your lungs and just clean them out. It also has bay laurel. That's the Laurus nobilis that I mentioned back in immune support. That is a good oil to always have. It's in Breathe Again. There's also peppermint, copaiba, myrtle, and blue cypress. I love the smell of it. It's amazing. So I just apply that topically because it's in a roller bottle and it works great. If you're, if you're feeling some pressure, in your sinuses, I take a little, dab right on my sinuses or right underneath my nose, and I'm good. Now there's also RC. And RC has 3 different types of eucalyptus, plus cypress, spruce, pine, myrtle, peppermint, and marjoram. So remember how I said helichrysum equals healing? Marjoram equals muscles. So our lungs have a lot of muscles around them. We need to keep those muscles expansive so that we can breathe very deeply. And that's what I like RC for. So Breathe Again has the most eucalyptus, 4 different types. RC has 3 different types of eucalyptus. Raven has 1 type of eucalyptus. All of them, though, have eucalyptus, which is very, very beneficial for breathing. Now, you can also get the Thieves Chest Rub. Gosh, I love this. And when I was having some respiratory struggles last month in August, I alternated between Breathe Again and the Thieves Chest Rub. So the Thieves Chest Rub has a drug label on the back because it is an over-the-counter drug. It has the thieves oil blend in it, but it has camphor, menthol, and eucalyptus. And what I love about it is you don't even have to touch it. You just squeeze this little tube and a little bit of the gel comes out and you just rub it on your chest, or you can dab it on your sinuses and you don't have to get your hands all gooey. So Thieves Chest Rub, there are certain things that I am always going to make sure that I have in my house, that my family has in their house in the fall, in the winter to get us through. That's one of them. And then just for breathing well, I love the blend of peppermint and eucalyptus. I love it. Equal parts. You can make whatever blend you want, but when you put both of those together, it is so refreshing and it is so joyful. I mean, it makes me happy. I love this blend and I have really started diffusing that a lot lately. Okay, so now let's talk about having good energy, because just because we're starting to slow down in the fall doesn't mean we just sit on the couch and do nothing and then wake up again in spring. No, that's not what we do. We still need to have good energy. We need to go about our lives and do our work, go about our day. And in your starter kit, you have lemon, citrus fresh, and Ningxia red that are all energizing. With the citrus oils, when you smell them, they light up the left part of the frontal lobe, which helps with focus and attention. So if you're struggling through the day with good energy and you kind of got that brain fog going on, grab a citrus oil and just smell it. Smell it straight from the bottle. I like orange and I just smell it from the bottle. And that's loading up the frontal lobe for me. But I also find that the citrus oils are the happy oils. I mean, when you look at fruit just looks happy. I mean, it just looks happy. It reminds me of the sun. So I like any of the citrus oils. But I also like Endoflex. So Endoflex is a really good oil that you can use if you think that your low energy is due to endocrine fatigue, whether it's thyroid or adrenals or any of the endocrine glands. Endoflex has spearmint, sage, geranium, myrtle, which is a thyroid oil, has German chamomile, and nutmeg. Nutmeg is an adrenal oil. So Endoflex is a really good one to use. And you can topically apply it over your adrenals, which sit on top of your kidneys. And if you apply it on your back, kind of mid-back, that's a good place to put it. You can put a drop on your tongue, you can drink it, you can put it in a capsule, and that can help with energy. There's also an oil blend called Energy. The name says it all. And I think it's amazing for seasonal fatigue. when we're going through the seasons and our body has to adjust and our circadian rhythm has to adjust. It's a great oil. It has rosemary, juniper, lemongrass, nutmeg for the adrenals, balsam fir, clove, and black pepper. So it's spicy. It's spicy and it's energetic. And one of my favorites is Ningxia Nitro. Oh my goodness. So this is part of the Ningxia family of products. And what this is your brain energy. It comes in a little tube. You peel off the top, you suck that down, and oh my gosh, your brain energy is going to be amazing. It helps with alertness as well as cognitive function and physical function. And it's got organic chocolate and vanilla in it. Oh my gosh, it tastes like a dessert. And it has a lot of fruit botanical extracts in it. And it has D-ribose, Korean ginseng, and green tea extract, which are all for energy. And it has essential oils like spearmint, peppermint, nutmeg, and black pepper, which may sound really, really bizarre. But they work very, very well in Ningxia Nitro. So those are my favorites for maintaining good energy through the fall. And I wanted to show you this. I threw this in at the last minute because a lot of people ask me, well, Allie, we really have 4 different types of eucalyptus, but 3 of them are available as single oils. And what's the difference? Well, here it is. Here's the difference. Eucalyptol is the constituent that really helps with breathing and helps the lungs. And Eucalyptus globulus has the highest eucalyptol. It comes from our farm in China, and it has a real earthy scent to it. To me, it kind of smells like minty dirt. And it's not a bad smell at all. It just smells more earthy. And you're going to find that in the RC blend, as well as in Orthosport, which is a massage oil that we have. Eucalyptus radiata is one that children prefer because it has a little more citrus aroma to it. It's still sharp. And it comes from our farms in Australia and South Africa. And this is the eucalyptus that is in Thieves, Raven, and Ortho Ease massage oil. And then eucalyptus blue. Not a lot of people have worked with eucalyptus blue before. And for me, it is a good substitute if you don't have RC. This is a really good one to use. And it comes from our farm in Ecuador. And it kind of has this warm, spicy, herbaceous scent to it. And it is the eucalyptus that is in Breathe Again. So Breathe Again actually has 4 of the eucalyptus. It has all of these, plus it has eucalyptus blue. So if you were wondering what the difference is, that's the difference. All right, now let's keep going. Let's talk about, well, you know what? I ate too much Halloween candy. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays. I always dress up in a Halloween costume. My cats dress up. We love to give out candy. And sometimes I sit at the door and here's a piece for the kids and a piece for me. And you start feeling it by the end of the night. Yeah, this is where you want to get your digize or your peppermint out. And, even if you're eating a meal that isn't going to agree with you, or you're getting ready for a big holiday meal, like in November, we've got, Thanksgiving coming up here in America. But there's a lot of holidays coming up, and you may eat food that you normally don't eat, or you may overeat. Topically apply digize or peppermint right on your stomach before you eat, or after, or both. You can put a drop on your tongue. You can put it in water. If you're feeling kind of queasy, smell it. You want to smell it. And then Aroma Ease is an oil that not a lot of people have worked with, and it's really one of my favorites. It has a blend of peppermint, spearmint, ginger, cardamom, and fennel, which are all digestive support oils. And what I like to use it for is queasiness from movement. So you're in a car ride and you get queasy. you're on a roller coaster, you go up in an elevator, or you're in a place where you're high up and maybe you're nervous about heights. Aroma ease is amazing. I love it. It's what I like to use with animals that get car sick. That's what I like to use. So you got some options if you ate too much Halloween candy or just had a big holiday meal that didn't sit well with you. Now let's talk about restful sleep. So I mentioned that, here in the US, we have a time change coming up. We're going to fall back an hour, and that happens on November 7th. And this always messes up our circadian rhythm. It does. For me, oh my gosh, it really messes it up. And so, I start working with my Ningxia Red early, and then I work with these oils to help me stay on target with sleep. And then I got to get my cats on schedule because they start begging for food way too early for dinner. It's like, we got 4 hours until dinner. Why are you doing this? But for restful sleep, it is so important for our brain to get non-medicated sleep, because we go into the REM cycle and we have all the parts and pieces of the sleep cycle. And when you're medicated, it's hard to get that. But the oils are not medication. They can just naturally help calm your mind. Frankincense is my favorite because it stops my to-do list in my brain. It really shuts down my brain. And there's been some live brain mapping with EEG studies that show that when you smell frankincense, the brain just shuts down. It's amazing. That's why it's known as a meditation oil. So I like this topically on my forehead at night, at bedtime. It's an amazing brain health oil. So you're getting double duty for the price of one. Lavender is great. It's very, very calming and soothing. So that's always a good one. You can put it in your diffuser. You can topically apply it before bedtime, or just when you get home from work and you just want to calm down. And then peace and calming and stress away. I often get questions about what's the difference between the two other than the scent. Here's how I view it. I know there's a lot of different viewpoints out there, but this is how I view them. Peace and calming to me is about calming the energy around us. It could be calming our energy if we are just really ramped up and hyper. But it's about calming the energy of your home. Because if you come home and you have hyped up children or grandchildren, the pets are going bonkers and they're bouncing off the wall, you're not going to calm down and you're not going to have restful sleep. So it's even, for that family member that just plays the television too loud. And it's like, oh my gosh, like I just need some peace and quiet. That's what peace and calming is. It gives you that peace and quiet in your home. So diffusing it is amazing. Stress away, on the other hand, for me, is about leaving your day, your work day especially, at work, or leaving the day on your doorstep outside your home. Any stress that you had in your commute, just driving to the grocery store, you're leaving it. It's like, stress, go away. I'm leaving you behind. That's how I see the difference between the two of them. Both of them are great for restful sleep. So they're great in a diffuser. And then when you really, really need help, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't sleep. I don't know why. I don't know if it's my hormones. I don't know if it's my digestive system keeping me awake. I don't know if it's my brain won't shut down or the time change. You take Sleep Essence. It's a capsule. It has valerian and vetiver in it. And those two oils I call the pass out oils. It's not medication. You're not going to wake up groggy, but it will really help you hunker down for a good night's sleep. All right. And then Tranquil. Oh my gosh, this is one. It comes in a roller bottle, and I put it right over my forehead. So I do my frankincense about an hour before I go to bed and let it start working. And then right at bedtime, I take the Tranquil and I put it right over my forehead. You can put it on your wrist. You can put it on the back of your neck. The name says it all. I mean, you will just be in la la land. It's amazing. All right, let's talk about how we're going to stay happy with less sunlight. We officially, when we had the fall equinox here last Wednesday, we had equal light and equal dark. Well, now we're moving into more darkness slowly. So if you suffer from seasonal affective disorder, if you just kind of get, a little down or gloomy, with less light, pull out your happy oils, your lemon, your citrus fresh, your orange, any of your citrus oils, smell them, put them in a diffuser. I love to mix, citrus oils with spicy oils. So orange with cinnamon and clove in the diffuser, that is actually your fall diffuser scent. It smells amazing and you're happy. It wakes you up. It just helps you ignore that it's so dark outside. Like right now I'm looking out my window, it's pitch black. It should not be pitch black, but it is. I also like Christmas spirit. I diffuse this from October 1st until the end of March. It is orange, cinnamon, and spruce. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. It is amazing for what it does in the air, what it does for my mood. It is happy. It smells great. Everybody comes into my home and they're like, wow, what is that smell? Well, it's not a toxin. It's a healthy scent. So that's a good one to diffuse. Or joy, the joy oil. It's all floral oils with a little bit of citrus. So it may smell like spring and summer, but instead of diffusing it, why don't you wear it as perfume? Just topically wear it and let it work on you if you struggle with less sunlight. And then thinking about the holidays, some people love the holidays, other people not so much. And they may have their reasons why they don't enjoy the holidays, but life is short. We shouldn't have times that we regret. And so finding a way to enjoy the holidays like a child, there are certain oils that can really take you back and help you kind of find that childlike joy. Frankincense does that. Frankincense is the oil of the holidays. It's an old biblical oil, and it really does bring on joy. It is a wonderful oil, and it also helps energetically to cleanse grief out of the lungs. Christmas spirit is a good one. That is a great oil for this season. But if it's more emotionally charged, you may need to work with the forgiveness blend or the release blend. The name says it all on what these oils do, because they were blended for a frequency, and emotions have different frequencies to them. So when you can tap into the frequency of forgiveness and releasing emotions that you no longer want to have, it's very beneficial. So when you can smell the forgiveness oil and topically put it over your heart, and when you can smell the release oil and topically put it over your liver, which is on the right side of your body, that's where we store anger, is in the liver. And it's good to release it so that you can enjoy the holidays. And then you follow up with inner child. Inner child is just such a joyful, happy oil. It smells amazing. And those last three oils are actually in the feelings kit. And they're in the feelings kit for a reason. And it's to help resolve old feelings that are just weighing you down, that it's time to let go. And fall, if you think back to the beginning when I was talking, the fall is the time to let go. Let's declutter these emotions so that you can enjoy the holidays. All right, what else? What about you just need some good focus and concentration? The time change may be getting to you. So let's talk about mental wellness. Lemon and peppermint are amazing on the brain and how they light up the parts of the brain where you can focus and remember and pay attention and concentrate and learn. So many different things that you can do. Ningxia Nitro is your brain energy oil. The Clarity blend, oh my gosh, this is a great, great, great blend that when you diffuse it or topically apply it on your forehead, it just starts lighting up your brain. MindWise is a supplement that is specifically for brain health. So that is a good supplement you can take every day, and that's for long term. That's not just, I can't concentrate right now, let me take MindWise. No, that is something that you just take proactively, as well as Omega Jize that has all the good fats in it, the good omega 3s in them. But just for that moment where it's like, oh, I'm having trouble concentrating, try lemon, try peppermint, try Clarity, or try the Ningxia Nitro. And then, you know, we're coming into a season where people get really busy, and we need to stop the busyness. We are burning ourselves out. And for what? Really, for what? We need to stop that. Frankincense slows you down, and it has an energy of appreciation to it when you smell frankincense. So when you're, you know, getting all of these invitations to go to places, or you feel like, well, I need to go out and buy this gift, or, you know, go grocery shop, or I need to do this, I need to do that. The I need to, no, you don't need to do anything. You should want to do it. As soon as you start saying, I need to, or I have to, you smell your frankincense. You pull yourself out of that because you're just keeping yourself busy. And that's not good. And busyness is often a numbing technique for not wanting to deal with emotions that we need to let go of. So frankincense is good for that. And the gratitude oil blend is one of my favorites. You smell that and it shifts your focus away from what you don't have and onto what you do. You move away from glass half empty to, not only is my glass half full, that is a beautiful glass. I'm going to fill the rest of that glass. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to fill that glass. It really will change your energy and get you out of the busyness. All right. Spiritual wellness. Okay, here is a tip. And I don't know if any of you listened last week to the online Global Essential Oil Symposium, but Dr. Oliver Wenker gave a presentation on frequencies and essential oils. And I love talking frequencies with Doc Ollie. We've had some amazing conversations, and I loved listening to his presentation. I learned something new all the time. Here's what I want to share with you. When it comes to spiritual wellness, look for blends that have a tree oil, a citrus oil, and a floral oil in them. Gary Young blended specific blends to have all three of these, especially if the tree oil is the Northern Lights Black Spruce. Here's why. The tree oils are grounding and very spiritual. The floral oils, or the citrus oils, raise our emotions, and the floral oils raise our vibration. So the thing with the Northern Light Black Spruce, if you can find that oil with a citrus and a floral, you have yourself a very potent spiritual blend that will ground you and will also raise you up at the same time. And that's the energy of the world that we're in. We can't do one or the other. We have to do both. I teach this in a lot of my energy healing classes. So I just went through, I started researching, and these are some of the oils that have the tree, the floral, and the citrus. Believe, Christmas spirit, which I've been talking about, envision, gratitude, harmony, higher unity, highest potential, humility, into the future, kid power, which is the kid version of valor, one heart, one voice, rise above, and transformation. And I got to tell you, those are all my favorites. And when I learned that, it's like Gary had a method to the madness. Absolutely had a method to the madness. So I wanted to share that for spiritual wellness, because when you can get a blend with a tree, especially Northern Light black spruce, with a citrus and floral oil, you have magic in that bottle. All right, a couple more things, because I really want to end on time, but I have some recipes to share with you. When you are on the go, if you're traveling by plane, train, or automobile, these are important to take with you. But also take the Young Living products that you use every day, because when you are on travel, your body is stressed. It may be joyful travel. You may be going for an Alaskan cruise or heading to Fiji. Travel is stressful. So you don't stop your Young Living protocol. Whatever you're using, whatever supplements, whatever oils, you take them with you, but also take these, because the hand sanitizer is really important. You know, even outside of the, you know, the situation we're in right now, we always need to clean our hands. And it's easy to toss in your purse, in your luggage, in your car. The thieves' hand wipes are easy to travel with, because you can wipe down things. You know, I travel with them. I wipe down everything on the airplane that's around me. You can use the thieves' spray in the same way. Spray it on surfaces. Take your Ningxia Red packets and your Ningxia Nitro tubes so that you have good energy, especially if you're changing time zones. And take a diffuser if you're going anywhere for overnight. The thing that I do, because I do a lot of travel, is I take my diffuser, the owl diffuser. Feather the Owl is what I travel with, because it's compact and it has the biggest tank in it. I put it in my room. I put 3 times the amount of oils that I normally do. I usually do 4 drops of oils. I do 12. I put thieves in the diffuser. I turn it on and I walk away from my room for 2 hours. When I come back, that room is good to go. Okay, that's really important to do no matter where you're staying for overnight stay. And then for home wellness, I mean, clean your home. With these products, you can use purification to clean your home. You know, replace your candles and wax warmers with a diffuser. You know, this is the time of year people like to pull out their candles, you know, because it's just getting darker outside and it looks nice. These diffusers actually have a candle flicker light setting in them. So you can, believe me, I was a candle person and it broke my heart to get rid of them, but they're toxic. I don't care how healthy they say they are. They're not healthy for your lungs. You get a diffuser. A diffuser is healthy for your lungs. The candles are not. And then you can make, you know, fall scented spritzers and healthy potpourri. There's all sorts of things that you can do around your home to get the essential oils in them. All right. And I am going to send you, when I send you the recording, I'm going to send you these recipes so that you have them, because I don't, you know, I want to end on time. And I want to make sure that you have these, but these are some of my favorite diffuser recipes. Oh my gosh, do I love the fall diffuser recipes. So I always make sure I have a healthy supply of cinnamon, orange, clove, nutmeg, Northern Lights black spruce, ginger. I always make sure that I have those, and I love creating all sorts of blends, but these are some of my favorites, and I will make sure that you get these because I'll send you the recording tonight. Make sure that you have these. This is also one of my favorite blends. It's called apple spice. It's 3 drops of orange, 2 drops of cinnamon, 2 drops of ginger, and there is Feather, the owl diffuser, who I have put Harry Potter stickers on. So she has Harry Potter glasses and then the little zigzag on her forehead. I'm a bit of a Harry Potter freak. And then these are Halloween diffuser recipes. These are really good. These are good. I like that candy corn recipe with the cinnamon bark, the tangerine, and the stress away. So I'll make sure that you get that. And these are sprays that you can make. So, just take a spray bottle. It can be, like a 4-ounce spray bottle, and you're going to put water and witch hazel. You can put oils in, give them to kids. They can have fun with it during the Halloween time frame that we are heading into. And this is one of my favorite treats when I have events at my house. I'm going to have a couple events coming up next month, and this is what I make. I take apple cider, I put it in a crock pot, or you can put it on the stove over the lowest heat setting, and I add in orange oil, lemon oil, cinnamon bark, clove, and nutmeg, and heat it up. It smells amazing. My house smells amazing for days. It is a super healthy drink, and I serve it with cinnamon sticks, and everybody loves it. Oh my gosh, it's a true favorite. I call it witch's brew. And then this is just my fall wellness regimen. Get out in nature for daily relaxation time. Work with positive affirmations and journaling during this time. Eat life-giving organic whole foods. It's not a time to start eating junk food, although with Halloween, okay, we can break protocol on Halloween. But in general, eat real food. Drink water. Get out and move and exercise, even when the weather is getting colder and maybe harder to do things outside. Keep doing things. Get your plant-based, nutrient-infused, essential oil-infused vitamins, minerals, and zinc in particular that I already talked about. Drink your Ningxia Red. Take your inner defense. Diffuse your thieves or your Christmas spirit to keep your air fresh, especially if you have people coming over to visit. And get 8 hours of restful sleep. Frankincense, lavender, sleep essence, whatever you need. All right, and if for anybody who is watching the recording, if you have not joined Young Living, whoever invited you to watch this, get with them and join with them and partner with them to be in Young Living. And if you found your way to me all on your own, join with me, partner with me, and I will teach you every step of the way. And let's stay connected. So I like to post all sorts of things on social media to help educate and keep people healthy, including your pets. So thank you for joining in. I'm going to end the recording right now, and I will talk with you next time.